Good morning, guys. Today I want to talk to you about kid clothing, specifically seasonal kid clothing, while I complete today's task of sorting and inventorying my two daughters' winter wardrobes. Managing clothes for kids can feel overwhelming and be expensive, but it does not have to be that way. I'm going to share with you my system and my tips and tricks that will help save you money, avoid spending full price on clothes, avoid having to rush out for a winter jacket or swimsuit last minute, and most importantly, finally get control of the chaos. So I have 4 sizes pulled out. I'll make a pile for the clothing swap or dad's house for items that I liked enough to save, but I don't see myself actually putting them in. I get my kids' clothes from a few different places, and as a single mom, I'm always looking for free and inexpensive clothing. So the first place I'll look is free Facebook groups online. So you could have a buy nothing group or a free in your city or free in your county. I'm also in a mommy group that does clothing swaps a few times a year. Also, I have one mom who has passed down hand-me-downs to me that I was super grateful for. My girls also have an older sister and a cousin, so even though those clothing items are typically in much bigger sizes, I put them away. I put them in the bins. They'll grow into them eventually. As far as new clothing goes, I typically don't buy new clothing, but my mom does buy them. All of my kids, my 3 kids, she buys them their holiday pajamas, and throughout the year, she does buy them cute little matching sets from places like Carter's. And she likes to do that, so I let her. And then my kids have a couple pairs of nice new matching clothes. As far as kids' clothing shopping actually goes, I rarely do this. I do not go into any stores really besides thrift stores. And I typically don't buy much at Goodwill because I feel like they're overpriced for kids' items, but the church thrift stores are amazing. They usually charge about $3 for shoes and sometimes $1 for swimsuits. And then the clothing items are between, I would say, $3 to $5. And if I see something super cute, like it's just absolutely adorable, or it's in a character or a theme that one of my kids is really into, okay, I may buy that, but I usually do not buy them kid clothes. I have got a couple things from Shein or Shein when I wanted something super specific, like a costume or like a fun costumey birthday outfit. But I really don't recommend their clothes. They're terrible quality, they're terrible texture. It's like a one-time wear type of thing. Also, as far as secondhand shopping goes, Facebook Marketplace is a great resource if you kind of want to do like a one-stop and done. You know, somebody's getting rid of their kids' 5T clothing and they're selling it all with shoes for like $50, something like that. That one thing that I have gotten off Facebook Marketplace that I do recommend is when a kid grows out of shoes, you can usually get a couple shoes for a really decent price. So I might get like 5 to 10 pairs of shoes for like $25. That's something that I would be looking for, that I've done for Layla. Next, I want to talk about how I keep everything stored. I just keep everything super simple in labeled bins in my storage room. I organize each one by sizes, and I have a big bin for shoes. And then I have a bin for 18 to 24 months, a 2T, a 3T, a 4T, a 5 and 6T, and then a combined bin for bigger sizes like 7 through 12, as I have less of those items. I also have a winter and summer bin for whatever season we aren't in. So Layla's in a 3T now and it's winter. I'll pull out the 3T winter bin and put away her swimsuits and it becomes just 3T again. You could vacuum seal these in like plastic bags and throw them in your kid's closet or under your kid's bed or somewhere like that. If you didn't have great storage room, there are those options as well that are like space saving. But this is the way I do it. I do have decent storage. This just keeps me prepared for like when a cold day suddenly hits, like today, I can just pull out the winter bin and I am not scrambling. I just have to wash them. I learned the hard way with Layla one year. It got suddenly cold, as it like really always does, and I had literally no warm clothes for her. It was her first winter. It was not even on my radar. So after that, I started collecting clothing a year or two ahead. And then I also want to talk about what I look for when I'm thrifting. It's really important when you're shopping to like know the price of things. So know what things cost in the actual store so you know if you're getting a deal. So around here, there's one specific store where I can get little bathing suits for like $1 each. And that's where I stock up. I also really put an emphasis on looking for those seasonal items because, like I said, you don't want to have to need something. So look out for those water shoes, the winter booties, the jackets. I look for leggings in cute colors other than black. And then I will look for kid shoes if they're under $3. So for winter specifically, my kids probably just need 5 pairs of pants or leggings. I would say 3 jackets of different like thickness. We have like really cold day ones and then like just a light jacket. I would say 5 shirts or 5 dresses to wear with these pants to mix and match with the pants and leggings. And definitely socks. So I'll just pull everything out, try on a couple pieces, and make sure what I have actually fits. And then I will wash all of it and then we'll put it away. So I don't know exactly what we're going to be wearing, but over the next couple of weeks, I'll probably be phasing out a lot of the sundresses. And I'll be putting in the Christmas clothes that I also didn't put in here. So we'll just do a little wardrobe refresh later on. So I did end up having about what I was expecting to have, about 5 different pieces in the categories that I listed. I definitely don't need to go out and buy anything, so that's awesome. However, I ran out of hangers because I have all of their clothes that fit them right now combined in the closet because it still can be 80 degrees in January and it can still be 80 degrees in like on Christmas here. So up here, I just have their summer shorts and bathing suits that we're not wearing just yet. I have all of their pants and leggings, diapers and diapering supplies. I have socks, and this one, I don't really have anything in but some extra bows, but we're going to be putting underwear in here soon. And here's Layla's. Their shoes are together. And then this is Evie's. And like I said, this is all their clothes for summer and fall and winter. So it's super crowded right now. So my word of encouragement for this video is not to overcomplicate your kid clothes. Find the cheap clothes and put them away. Let me know if you struggle with kid clothes or if you have other fun ways or inexpensive ways that you found kids clothes inexpensive, or if you have a different system completely. I'll see you in the next one.